testing, getting everything all situated. Let us see. We got some gospel playing in the background. You already know. How's everybody doing this morning? We're a little bit later than our normal schedule. We are a little bit later than our regularly scheduled programming, but I had to take a little cipher to this real cool event. Teaches them like independence and stuff like that. So we had fun there. Yeah, I'm waiting for... I gotta get this thumbnail together. It always puts the wrong description there too. So if I just do select all, edit. Oh, you got it. Oh, you know, there it is right there. Select all, copy, and paste. Alright, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, cool. It's got everything I need. And then the title, Talking to Teacups, 5/11. That's right. We're here. May 11th. We made it. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. So happy for you guys. We're in this together. We did it. We did it. And yes, that is another back-to-back Kendrick Drake cover. Because it's like the first topic and it's like the biggest thing. At least from last week that was going on. Ooh, playlist. This goes in Talking to Teacups. Now, I do need to update that playlist to make it a podcast playlist, but we'll get to that later. I hear my phone beeping. We're going to send Elbow a text. I'm going to fire up this Discord, see what's going on with that. Oh, he's here. Wait, I don't hear him, though. Maybe my audio's bad. Hold on a second, Elbow. Let me fix my stuff. I want audio to come out through game. Now say something.
Yellow.
Alright, there it is. Now let me open up this. Alright, give me one more mic check.
Yellow.
Alright, yeah. I see the bars moving. I'm just going to grab my Bluetooth just to make sure sound is moving on it. I'll be right back.
Cool. Up in the club.
Got my headphone. I am just gonna go to my YouTube real fast just to make sure everything sounds right there. Waiting for this thing to load up. Oh, I didn't save the thumbnail. Let me save this thumbnail. Tripping. Alright, I hear my voice. Good. Elbow, say something real fast.
Do you like my levels? Are my levels okay?
Alright, so we'll wait for that to catch up there. Alright, yep, he's sounding great. Just waiting for this to update. Turning on monetization. It's never on by default. I always gotta manually do it. Alright, while that's doing that, let's get live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ahoy Maloy! Welcome to Talking in Teacups, the serious topic show with not so serious people. We are your host. I'm D Cypher. Joined alongside me is Elbow. Elbow, it's good to be here with you today.
Oh, it's good to be here with you as well, sir.
Thank you. You know, let's get some housekeeping done and out of the way. If you didn't know, you can follow us here on Twitter, or not here, you can follow us on Twitter, formerly or stupidly called X, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Threads, and TikTok. And Pinterest? Oh, I said Pinterest. And all at Cypherspit Gaming. And if you want to support the channel, you can go to patreon.com/Cypherspit Gaming. We have some lovely tiers, and we'd appreciate the support. But if you can't do any of those things, that is A-okay, for you can watch us on free here on YouTube and Twitch. We do a live podcast every Saturday morning, older episodes uploaded throughout the weeks. I've just been doing the clips. I've seen that's getting a lot better traction, and then the full episodes are just, you get them live. Coming up next, a baker's dozen. Now, no need to tell you what it is because we've done it every week now. We have not missed a beat. So starting off, speaking of things that are missing, we're still missing the truth to Tupac Shakur's passing. And the Tupac Shakur suspect, Keffe D, he has been refusing to testify about his alleged role in that rapper's murder. He said, "I ain't saying shit no more," after saying so much stuff. What are your thoughts?
Well, he pretty much admitted it, right? That he was in the car and his man shot Tupac, right? And that he even has like one of the shell casings or something like evidence that ties him to the crime scene. He
He
had it in his house. And police
Yeah,
searched his house.
he was on Vlad just doing the whole cop thing. Just he was on First 48 basically. That's what I should have said.
So yeah, I mean, it's not like that. We didn't solve it. We pretty much know who did it and how they did it.
Yep. But speaking of people admitting things, or those things may not have been admitted but used against them, Kendrick Lamar calls Drake a PDF file. I saw that on TikTok. That's how they say it now. A PDF file on Not Like Us. And on top of that, he also channeled his inner West Coast savage on Not Like Us. We'll talk about that in topic number 1. But man, that was something. That's a heavy accusation he just threw at him that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, people have been kind of saying it for a while now.
Yeah. Once you start ruffling too many feathers, actually he didn't even really do nothing besides the first verse. Don't worry, we're gonna talk about it. It's a segment I'm gonna call Out of the Loop, and trust me, that is not an original creation. I just stole that from Reddit. Don't even worry about it. I just like reading those things, and I said let's bring it on the show. All right, but speaking of the Drake Kendrick Lamar beef and just rap in general, some people might think that this is bringing hip hop back, and some people think hip hop is truly dead. At least that's what Questlove thinks. Questlove is very disappointed in Drake and Kendrick Lamar and just rap in general, and he says hip hop is truly dead. What do you think about that?
You know what I say?
What do you say?
Shut your whole ass up and make some drums, Questlove.
do. Yeah, this is the mudslinking thing. People are getting tired of it now because Drake's got a daughter. Now Drake's a PDF file. Kendrick's a woman beater, allegedly. All those things are allegedly. So it's just the mudslinking for Questlove, I'm sure, as it is for a lot of people. They're like, all right, man, it was something to vibe out too. But then apparently Weeknd has beef with Drake in real life, and they was doing some shooting around his house. So now everybody's like, yeah, you guys, yeah, come on now. Keep it on wax.
We don't know that was XO. That was alleged.
Alleged. Everything's alleged. But you know what's not alleged? A Gollum movie with Andy Serkis is marking the first batch of new Lord of the Rings movie, and Peter Jackson says he's going to be involved every step of the way. So we're going to get possibly a new batch of films if this does well, and we're going to have a Gollum solo film. So this will be interesting. We get to see some of his backstory, see how he became to call the ring his precious. What do you
already know? And the Gollum video game did so well. That's how you know everybody's been clamoring for a Gollum movie. And Rings of Power has such good reviews that you know that everything new that Lord of the Rings is going to be great.
Talk about that brand synergy. If one's good, they're all good. If one's trash, they're all ass.
I was being sarcastic.
Well, that's why I ended it with that, so people could at least hopefully pick up on it. But speaking of things that people didn't pick up on, you know, if you're an entertainer or an influencer like Elbow is, sometimes you run into stalkers, and sometimes they'll just stalk your front yard. And maybe, if you're Miranda Crossgrove, they'll kill themselves in your front yard like a real freaking weirdo. So Miranda
killed him?
Yep.
Crossgrove's front yard.
Yep, so Miranda Crossgrove, you know her, you love her from Drake and Josh and iCarly. She had a house 8 years ago, or she still lives in that house, but 8 years ago, a man stalked the iCarly star and lit himself on fire and fatally shot himself in the front yard of her Los Angeles home. Now, to add...
on fire, then he shot himself?
Yep, self-immolation is what we call that in the technical world. And to add on top of that, he previously shot a woman that looked like Crossgrove as she drove by the property. Yeah, so he was obsessed. Yeah, craziness. And she still lives in that same home to this day, by the way.
Actually gonna go move?
I mean, probably for the best. Yeah, as a woman and you got some crazy stalker like that, yeah, he's gone, but who's to say the next person not as crazy? What'd you say?
You better get a gun. Does she live in California?
She lives in California. I don't know how they are, but I know in New York you can't have no blicky sticky. But yeah, she lives in Los Angeles, California.
Why are you telling people where she lives? Somebody just set himself on fire and shot herself in front of her house. You should have said, I don't know where she lives.
It was 8 years ago, and she says she traveled to her mom's house so she could feel safe. Her parents' house, I meant to say. So she's mostly spending time in an undisclosed location.
Oh,
See that one? Yeah. See, I didn't know. That's why I said undisclosed location. But anyway, speaking of things that are disclosed, so EA is looking into putting in-game advertisements in their soccer games and their Madden games. So while you're playing the game, you'll get a real-life ad, kind of like if you're watching a YouTube video and you don't have premium and you get an ad. And they're doing that hopefully to boost revenue and reach new audiences. Which, who are you reaching if they already bought the game? There's not a new audience for that. That didn't make any sense, but that was in the headline.
there's nothing I like more when I'm enjoying my game than an ad for something I already paid for.
Now it'll be probably like a soda ad. So in UFC 3, I think it was, they waited until after all the reviews were done, and then like 30 days later or 90 days later, they started popping up ads, and then they tried to say they erased it, and they said, "Oh, sorry, that was a glitch. We were testing stuff. We won't do that again." But yeah, they saw that it worked. So in between rounds, oh, go ahead.
It's not like they were testing. Oh, we were testing. Yeah, you were testing how to add ads into our games.
Yep. In the game, like you've already paid $70 for this game, but they're throwing in ads. Say again?
Like I said, I already paid 70 freaking bucks. What the heck am I looking at an ad for?
Yeah. Just to
This is like Netflix adding tiers.
And with those Netflix tiers, I don't have Netflix, but I saw a bunch of people talking about it on Reddit. If you have the free tier, or not the free tier, the cheaper tier with ads, you can't watch certain movies. It'll say, "Oh, go up to the next tier and you can watch all the movies you want." The ad-free tier. I'm like, dang, now they doing you dirty with that one. But speaking of being done dirty, Starfield, man, oh man, what a launch! Great game, but then also got pretty boring because it didn't have all the things that Fallout had. Well, at least we can add one more thing that it will have, because in a new update, Starfield is going to let you decorate your ship just like how you can decorate your outpost. So now you can turn that ship into a sloppy, space dweller's mess, or very clean, chic zen garden. Whatever your heart's desire, Starfield's becoming more and more like The Sims.
Play Starfield.
You have played it, you said?
I have not. I watched you play it.
Okay, yeah. So Starfield, think of Fallout in space. But speaking of Fallout 76 players are targeting Phil Spencer, that's the CEO of Xbox, his camp in the game with a in-game nuke. So you set your camp up, somebody launches a nuke, they just completely just wrecked you and trolled you. And people are mad at Phil Spencer because basically, to shorten this story up, he bought a bunch of studios, bought a bunch of the competition to take it away from Sony, and he ended up not being able to afford all this competition that he bought, and he said, I'm just going to shut these studios down. So now people are mad at him, rightfully so, because that's a really shitty thing to do. So he bought the company that makes, I don't have receipts right now. He bought a bunch of studios, but then he shut them down. One of them was the people who made Hi-Fi Rush, which I think he already owned anyway. But Hi-Fi Rush, in another news article, let me see, I have that here. I don't have that here. They got praised in one tweet saying, "Oh man, we need more small indie games like this that run a lot of rewards." And the developer was like, "Well, why did you close my studio? Was it not enough for you?" So it's kind of ironic that they're saying they need all these things, but they can't afford them. It's like trying to compete with another person that's got all this money buying out the bar, and then you ended up buying all these bottles, and now you're trying to sell them to somebody on eBay or something. It's like that. Like you got into a...
Why would you sell them on eBay?
I mean, if you drink them, then it's not even mess up my metaphor. You're trying to sell the bottles back to the bar. Or you just throw them down the drain, as a matter of fact. Yeah, let that be thrown down the drain. That's actually apt for this metaphor. You bought all these bottles, but you can't drink them.
Yeah, you can.
You can't afford it, so you just throw them in the trash. You're like, damn, I can't actually put all this in my stomach, so I'm just going to just throw it out, pour it down the sink, act like I'm flexing on them. So now we're losing game studios that were once independent because they took that bag from Microsoft. Last week we talked about that with games. Was it Games Can Fly? It wasn't that studio. It was the studio that made the Crash Bandicoot Spiral reboot. They were part of the acquisition of Microsoft's buying Activision and Blizzard. And then they didn't like Activision Blizzard, so when that merger went through, they had both their own independence, and they said, all right, we'll just work with you, Microsoft, because we ain't messing with Activision Blizzard. So we'll see. Hopefully they don't get shut down. Well, no, they're independent, so they won't get shut down. Going backwards into last week, too, we also talked about Suicide Squad only having 200 peak players. Well, apparently making that game a live service game instead of just a traditional single player or multiplayer game was Rocksteady's idea, not WB's, which is Warner Brothers. Now, I'm gonna call tricky PR BS on that, because I felt like it's, say you go to your wife and she says, well, you have a choice. You can either take out this trash or not take out this trash and sleep on the couch. And you say, well, I guess I'm taking out the trash. Like, yeah, it was your choice to take out the trash, but was it? Was it really? So I feel like that was the situation with that. It's like, you want to make a video game? Sure. But if you make anything that we don't want, you will not get any funding. You'll be doing it off your own strength. You got the money for that? They're like, oh, I guess we want to make a live service game then. Yeah, we do. That's just how I interpret it. That could not be the case, because they said that the lead of Rocksteady left before the game came out. Because I guess he saw the writing on the wall. He was like, I ain't being associated with this.
Yeah, he knew it was going to be trash.
And speaking of trash, I believe we talked about this as well. Sony is requiring Helldivers 2 players on PC to have a Sony account. Well, Valve is issuing refunds as Helldivers 2 is becoming delisted. So it's not even going to be on the Steam marketplace for hundreds of countries on Steam. So it started off with a great launch, and now all this ridiculous stuff is happening. I feel bad for Helldivers 2 and Arrowhead Studios, because they had a great game on their hands, and Sony's just being stupid, man. Being stupid. All right, Elbow.
I thought that they were saying that they won't require the Sony password.
Well, my news is always a week late, but as far as the last bit that I've seen on it, they are requiring it still.
I think I saw that on like Thursday.
Yeah, so it might have updated and changed. All right, do you have a dad? I have a dad joke ready, but do you have a dad joke before I go into mine?
Yeah. No, I don't.
All right. This is a pirate. This is a pirate themed one. I got your back. This is a pirate themed one. Arg! What do ye call a female pirate who injures herself with her own sword?
What do you call her?
That there be a cutlass.
Why does she need to injure herself on her own sword? If I cut her, wouldn't she also be a cutlass?
Yeah, but dang, why are you questioning my joke? Just laugh. I had great delivery that time too. What do you call it when you cut a woman? I can't fix the joke, okay? That's the joke that I picked, and that's how it's gonna go. Topic number 1. So this is out of the loop. I'm going to bring you up to speed on things that you may or may not know about, because I realized I was talking to someone who doesn't keep up with hip hop, and they were like, what? I don't even know what's going on with who. So here's out of the loop. What's going on with Kendrick Lamar's song Euphoria, Meet the Grams, Family Matters? Oh, Kendrick and Drake's song, because Family Matters is a Drake song. So let me get you guys up to speed. Elbow, chime in at any point in time, and I'm basically just reading from Reddit. This ain't me. All right. This is Kendrick Lamar. He's been fairly open about his disliking for Drake for a long time, since at least around 2013. Drake hasn't really said much about Kendrick directly, except last year on a song titled First Person Shooter with another rapper named J. Cole, where Cole says, love when they argue the hardest MC, is it K. Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league. Kendrick then responded directly to this claim that they're the big three in a verse on Like That, with Metro Boomin on drums and Future on just doing mumbles, where he said, motherfuck the big three, it's just big me. So clearly
you just say
I did. I just feel like if we talk about hip hop and we're both black, we're allowed to say it, quote the lyrics. I know we try to keep it PG most of the time, but most of the people don't watch the hour-long podcast. They just watch the clips, so more work for me in the end. All right, clearly, Kendrick did not want to be put on that same level as Drake and J. Cole, and this leads to J. Cole then coming out with a diss track towards Kendrick called 7 Minute Drill, but he backtracked. He deleted it after a couple days and apologized. He might have heard some whispers about what was going to follow. They say Schoolboy Q called him, was like, you don't want to do that. Put that down. Put that down right now. So then Drake released 2 diss tracks towards Kendrick called Push-Ups, where he makes fun of Kendrick's shorter stature, and the Taylor Made freestyle, where he uses an AI-generated voice for Tupac and Snoop in an attempt to goad Kendrick into responding. The Taylor Made freestyle was generally looked down on compared to Push-Ups because it uses Tupac's likenesses without his estate's consent, which he later took down at the request of Tupac's estate, a move that Drake later would blame on Kendrick, calling Tupac's estate and pressuring him to do so. So, after Drake releases those 2 diss tracks, Kendrick responds with his first direct diss against Drake called Euphoria. In it, he claims, among other things, that Drake's label OVO has snitches for Kendrick inside of it. Kendrick also criticizes Drake's use of the N-word and how the culture doesn't respect Drake. He said, this ain't just me, I'm with the culture feeling. So then Kendrick follows up this song with a song called 616, where he doubles down on the claim that OVO has people feeding Kendrick information and that Drake is wildly insecure. And by the way, in Taylor Made freestyle, Drake was saying, yes, shit, when you come back to respond to me, you better have double, triple, quadruple entendres, which 616 has plenty of. 616 is Tupac's birthday, Father's Day. That was, I believe they said, the time of death for... what's the girl? OJ Simpson, the woman that OJ Simpson killed, and we know that Kendrick referred to Drake as a white girl in Control freestyle, excuse me. What else was 616? 616 was a bunch of other things. I think some Bible verse about being a man or something like that. So it had a lot of entendres in just the title alone, along with the picture being the glove, like the OJ Simpson glove. All right. So Drake makes his response to Kendrick this. Oh, go ahead. You want to chime in real quick?
He a fan, right? I'm part of a fan of this culture. He also was like, don't you know how Future was like, he's a fan of me. So he's like, yeah, you know you're a fan of Future, and that's how you get that money. But he also, right after that, say, freaky ass nigga, he is 69 God. Like, and fan, freaky ass nigga, FAN, fan,
yep.
Get it?
Yep. It's very, very nuanced and layered. Like, this is crazy. All right, so Drake makes his response to Kendrick. This is one of his own in Family Matters, and I actually liked Family Matters. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. He's flowing on there. It's like the first thing starts off like, how about in this song you don't start off, and then he says the N word. He's like, nigga, you remember it was a good starting off flow, and it's like, okay, he feels unbothered. So I really liked Family Matters. All right, so in it, Drake also makes a well-shot music... Well, I'm just reading that. I don't know if it's well-shot, but he makes a video that shows Drake referencing several...
Yeah, he go to New Ho King, because, Kendrick, he like, I'll be at a New Ho King with the fried rice and the good sauce.
Blame me, Cody. Yeah, yep.
He goes to New Ho King. He gives the owner, like, Pharrell's chain.
Oh, that's what... Okay, that's what all that was. I didn't get it at all. I'm too dumb. Keep going. No, keep going. Tell us what it was.
So that was just the third part. On the first part, he was, the Good Cat, Mad City van, the Purple Town and Country.
Yeah, he was crushing it.
He crushed it in a trash compactor.
That part I did get. That part was, if it's a very simple metaphor or imagery, I got that. The New Ho King thing, I just knew he was referencing that. I didn't know what he was giving the guy, but that's Pharrell's chain. That's funny.
Yeah, because he said, I'll pick he said, for Pharrell, I inherit the beef.
Yep.
Right? So he got Pharrell's chain, and then he gives the chain to the owner of New Ho King. And they're like, the owner is just like some Chinese guy flexing on Drake's video.
All right, so also in that diss track, he claims that Kendrick is hiding domestic abuse scandal and that one of his sons is not his, is Dave Freeze. I think that was the song he was talking about. Is it Dave Freeze? Shake that hand, shake that hand. All right, let me stop. All right, he continued by claiming that Kendrick is racist towards light-skinned black people and says that Kendrick is a hypocrite for how he raps about socially conscious ideas but doesn't replicate them in real life. What'd you say?
I say he always rapping like he trying to get the slaves free.
Yeah, and I want to take a point to stop right there because people also pointed out that Drake, who's been rapping for a long time and has the biggest reach, has never rapped about anything politically moving or taking a stance towards anything, whether it be white or black. So just putting that out there for you to digest. or stomach that, make your core audience stomach that. Where you get them abs from? V12, that's a fast one. They were also saying that he got a BBL. Drake got a BBL, and Metro Boomin came out with a diss. The first ever diss-strumental, and he let people rap on it.
I love it. I love a distrimental.
Yeah, and he let people rap on it, and I believe there's a competition for $10,000 if you come out with the best BBL Drizzy line or BBL Drizzy rap.
I think Kanye East had.
Kanye East. Where does it late? Is Coach Conscious idea? All right, so now so far things are fairly standard, but it seems like it's heating up. Drake is laying into Kendrick, and Kendrick is unabashedly claiming he's Drake's biggest hater. The reason people are going crazy about tonight is because less than a half hour after Drake drops Family Matter, Kendrick releases a response, likely enlarged or completely recorded beforehand, titled Meet the Grams. He addresses some of what Drake mentions, like Ozempic, lies about Kendrick's family, and he publicly claims that Drake is a pedophile and a predator and shelters his predator friends in OVO. Kendrick also states that Drake has another hidden child with no name, just an 11-year-old daughter, and the thumbnail for the diss track includes a picture of Drake's belongings, including a prescription for Ozempic under Drake's legal name, Aud Grisam. And today, blah, 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 blah. All right, there's more stuff to it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There was also Not Like Us, which came out, and that was a West Coast banger where, like I said, Kendrick channeled his inner West Coast, which for me was probably one of his best songs, because I was like, okay, this is like a little bit more dumbed down. I can get behind a nice beat. It ain't got to be all extra crazy investigative journalism. Some people were saying Kendrick stuff was getting a little boring because it was like, you can't just turn it on and vibe out. You got to have somebody else explain it to you what's going on with what.
I liked Not Like Us was the best track in this whole battle.
Agreed.
That joint is a bop.
Yeah, 100% agreed. And then Drake has the last word right now with the Heart Part 6, and he took that title from Kendrick Lamar Heart series, which he was doing that as a return because Kendrick Lamar took Drake's thing of timestamp songs where he says certain time and certain place, like 616 in LA. So yeah, pretty much a back and forth. Drake's been the unbothered bully kind of person, and Kendrick is like the antisocial bully kind of person, but real intellectual antisocial. And he's like, I just don't like you. Hate the way that you walk. Hate the way that you talk. So yeah, that's you getting all caught up. So now you're caught up to the beef, and you understand what's going on. Is anything that they said true? Maybe. There's some video of Drake being on stage with a 17-year-old girl. So you interpret that as you will. He said, I like the way your breast was on my chest. I hope that was just bars, but to say it to a 17-year-old girl is a little crazy. There's no video of K-Dot beating on his girl or anything about Dave Free, but there is allegedly Dave Free is liking the pictures under Whitney, and that's his wife's name, Whitney's Instagram of the kids. So it's speculation, or just people like photos of kids. I don't know. Mudslinging going on. So now you're all caught up. All right, let's talk about sipping tea. Our rant segment is a segment. I still got section in there. Never gonna fix that. Never gonna fix it. All right, what's your rant for this week? What do you got for me? Good, bad, or ugly?
Good, bad, or ugly. I'll keep it here with the rant. I just want to say that, you know, what these guys have really been utilizing that people don't always in their diss songs is cover art. They had some fire cover art in the diss. So just for as an example, push-ups, the cover art was you know how you look at the inside tongue of a shoe and it has the sizes on it, and it was just men's size 7, like messing with Drake that way. And then Family Matters, the cover art was the car, Kendrick's Good Kid, Mad City car. And then for the Heart Part 6, it was a tweet of Dave Free liking Whitney's post. And then what else? Oh, Kendrick. What was his first joint? Euphoria? Oh, it was just
that was just like Euphoria. The YouTube or the dictionary.com thing. I was trying to find the push-ups cover art, but it's doing too much, and my mic's right in front of my keyboard.
Not Like Us is a Megan's Law screenshot, and it's just a bunch of
not one dot of a registered sex offender, but like 5 dots of a registered sex offender.
That's hilarious. And maybe not hilarious for Drake, but hilarious for me.
It said maybe not hilarious for Drake. All right. Damn, you making me laugh. Oh yeah. So my rant for this week is, I don't know if I had enough time to go see all the movies, so I wanted to see Abigail. That's the movie where like these criminals all kidnap this girl. They're thinking they're holding her for ransom, and the girl ends up being something they didn't expect. I'm not going to give you no spoilers. You can see the trailer if you want spoilers, but I'm like, damn, I wanted to see that.
Are you tired of these types of movies? Like a
No,
lot of
man.
movies.
Nah, I'm not tired of that. Nah.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of movies are like that now.
What, kidnap movies that turn into something else?
Well, that too, but I saw The Pet um, with who's the guy who plays Mary from Lord of the Rings. It had
Mm-hmm.
Jeanette McCurdy. But he kidnaps this girl and he keeps her in a cage. He tries to mess with her psychologically, but she ends up messing with him and like basically destroying his life. Um,
That's funny.
um, there's also a movie called like Dinner Guest
Oh, is that the
or
one with
Perfect
the boy that played Obi-Wan in it? No, it's somebody in there. Justin Timberlake. I know which one
House,
you're talking about. I think.
Brother from Frasier, the
Oh
little
no,
brother from
different one,
Frasier.
different one. Yeah, that's a different movie. You're right. There are a lot of movies like that. Now that you said that.
This guy like, goes like he tries to what the heck do you call it? He's running from the police. He like goes to this guy's house while he's hiding out, and then like he's hoping the guy doesn't find out who he is. But the whole time the guy's like planning to murder him, like
Jeez.
in there. Yeah, they're trying to like subvert expectations,
Yeah, I like
but
that.
like
I guess it is getting played out if a lot. So I didn't know it was
yeah,
that many. I didn't step back to look at there were that many, but there was another one, and I don't remember the name of it. I actually remember the cast was a guy, and I thought it was the Ian McGregor type person, but it could have been anybody for real, because I have such a faint memory of it. And he either is in his little nice behind house with all the glass windows, and two girls come to break into his place, and they're tied up, or they tie him up, or the other way around. But then it subverts expectations because whoever it was they kidnapped, like whether it was the guys or the girl, I don't remember, or robbed, they ended up being a serial killer themselves. Almost like, actually, what was that movie with the caterpillar? What's that movie with the caterpillar? And they all get their faces attached to their butts. What was that movie called?
what
Centipede.
about what the heck is it called when the blind guy they break into that blind guy's
Oh,
house?
be quiet. Don't move. Don't speak. Don't breathe. Don't breathe.
It's
Yeah.
like that. It's called something like that.
No, it's
But
don't
it's
breathe.
like,
It's don't breathe.
dude,
I had to remember. Yeah.
yeah, they're like, oh, like this guy's a blind. What can he do? Like, I mean, obviously, if you try to subvert expectations every single time, then it's my expectation that expectations are going to be subverted. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
Like,
believe that because yesterday I went to go see Planet of the Apes, and boy was I waiting for a third act twist the whole time. They do get a little small twist at the end, and I liked it because it's like, okay, well now I'm interested to know what's going to happen. But yeah, watching these movies, I blame M. Night Shyamalan for real, because now every movie has to have, for me, a third act twist instead of just a CGI fight. Marvel, coming at you now, Marvel. Shout out
like,
to Marvel because I am excited to see Deadpool and Wolverine. But man, that's the only movie coming out. Y'all need to take a break, I guess. Where's my 3 movies at per year? Come on, let's get back to it.
no 3 movies per year.
Don't listen to them. 3 movies per year. I'll be there. I got you. All right, going into topic number 2. Now, long time ago, Elbow was the first person I know to ever come up with the topic of how many kids do you think you could survive fighting if an endless horde of kids fought you? And then I remember seeing on the Kind of Funny podcast that they talked about a similar thing, but they stretched the word to toddler. So they reversed it. Obviously, that's just what's that called? Similar thoughts, where people have similar thoughts because they're all the way in the West Coast, we're on the East Coast. But now I have an updated version that I saw on Reddit, and here is the question I posed to you. With no weapons involved, just bare hands, and nobody has any particular martial arts or professional training, who would you rather fight? A grown man of average build or 3 women who are at least 1 inch shorter than you?
3 random women, at least 1 inch. I'm 5'11". These women are 5'10". That's a big woman.
Yep. They could be of various heights, but I wanted to give you at least 1 inch shorter than you, just so you can feel
So,
like they're not both 5'11", or you're not both 5'11".
and yeah, I feel like what's an average man? 5'9".
5'8", 5'9".
Average man or 3 women? I'll take the 3 women.
3 women? Okay. And you think you could handle it? Bare hands? No professional training? Yeah, I'm taking it 3 women too. I was just teeing them up because I'm fuck them Jones up. Bow, 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 bow. You're going to need at least 7. I'm going to be like, bow, 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 bow. Fuck them up, Syph. Bow, 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 bow. Do my stuff. It's going to be like Kendrick.
I wouldn't even try to block. I would go for the shortest.
Hold on, stop. He said I wouldn't even try to block. You can't give him enough respect to block? Dang.
I would run full out at the shortest one, and just the first thing I'm going to do is just hit her as hard as I possibly can. Right in the face.
Keep in mind, folks, up top, I did say this for serious topics with not so serious people. I feel like now that we're in the PC culture, I have to say this stupid stuff. Because when podcast first came out, it was 2016. We never had to say this. Now, 2024, we got to say these things.
I weigh 200 pounds. How much do you think the average woman weighs?
Ooh, good question. Average woman, $150, $160. Well, no, America's pretty fat, so yeah, $160, maybe $170. But they're shorter than you.
Yeah, then she's like, that's not like healthy weight. That's just gonna get her like out of breath faster.
Yeah, for me, the average I'm seeing around is all fat people. I don't really see a lot of skinny people. Americans are fat. So yeah, you think you could take them on? Well, if they all fat, then yeah, you could probably wreck them too. And they got no professional training. They're done. It was very hard to find a would you rather because they were all dumb. Like another one was a variation of what we've talked about before. It was like, would you rather live to 120 and have to go through all the different things that happen to old ass people, or would you rather live to 65 and have the body and mind of a 25-year-old? It was like, duh, you're gonna pick 65. I mean, I'd probably still pick 120 for real though. Just so I can see some cool stuff.
Maybe 120. I think I would go 120.
Didn't see that one.
I would be alive for the year 2100.
Yeah, to make it into 3 different centuries, the 1900s, the 2000s, and the 2100s is a achievement that at least one person born in 1999 is going to be able to claim. At least one person.
Decade. I could say, the 2070s were awesome, and they'd be like, what was the worst? 2020s for sure. The 2020s started off with COVID, ended and when by 2030 John Stamos was president, so yeah, it just got worse and worse.
And speaking of, I think my rant was talking about movies. Speaking of movies, I wanted to see that movie called Civil War because I wanted to know what year that took place in. Did you see the trailer for that? I just missed it. It was playing.
I haven't seen it. Who's in the Dunst, right?
What'd you say?
Kirsten Dunst, right?
No, I don't know who's in it besides that guy that looks like Matt Damon. That everybody's like, oh, he looks like Matt Damon, and he was in the movie Game Night, and he was in a couple things. But yeah, it just looks like Matt Damon a little bit more chunkier in the face. But yeah, it looks like Matt Damon, and like a ginger Matt Damon. All right.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it just came out, but it came out in April. So April had a bunch of movies that I missed. Like I said, Abigail, Civil War, Ghostbusters: The New Empire. I only got a chance to see Ghostbusters: Frozen Empire. Only got a chance to see the Godzilla movie. And now we're in May, so I'm trying to play catch up.
Oh, like I said, the only thing I want is a CGI fight.
Just the CGI fight. All right, ad time. Make sure you check out cypherspit.com, all the latest news, movie reviews, and all that fun stuff here. And, subscribe and like if you like what we're doing, because we're on the YouTube channel. We're doing that thing. All right, guess the movie. So last week we did a Drake quiz, and I forgot what he scored. But it's time to see if...
I only got one wrong.
You only got one wrong? Damn, nice. Well, it's time to see if he knows who K-Dot is. Come on, I need to make this thing smaller. Okay, there we go. Come on.
Kendrick is a lot more private. This should be harder.
Yeah. All right, so this is a K-Dot quiz. So you think you know Kendrick Lamar. So your first clue is if you need me to tell you the 4 options, and then you go from there. So question number 1, which upright bassist appears on To Pimp a Butterfly?
Which what?
Upright bassist. They play the bass.
Upright bassist?
They're not laying down. They stand upright to play it.
Wait, huh?
All right, I'll give you the first clue. I'll give you the first. It's a musician. I'll give you the first clue. You have 4 choices: Esperanza Spalding, Miles Mosley, Ron Carter, or Christian McBride.
I have no idea. I don't even know. I don't know.
All right, pick somebody. We're gonna see how you score.
Esmeralda.
All All right, Esmeralda Spalding was incorrect. It was Miles Mosley. Question number 2. Who the heck is that? I have no clue, but apparently they're an upright bassist. Now, question number 2. This is all Kendrick stuff. Which stadium-filling rock band guest on Damn? Guest star is what it should say. Or guest.
Oh, U2.
Okay, U2. He said he answered, and it was correct, and he didn't even need to hear the choices. So I want you to hear that confidence in his voice. Very good, very good. Question number 3, and this is of 10. Which hip-hop icon does Kendrick Lamar have a conversation with on To Pimp a Butterfly?
Shoot, I remember this.
If you need the clues, Tupac. I can give you the options.
Give me the clues. I think it's Tupac. It's Tupac.
Your choices are Dr. Dre, Chuck D, Tupac Shakur, Africa Bambaataa.
Tupac.
All right. Tupac. Good stuff. Good stuff. Question number 4. Untitled, Unmastered is a collection from sessions for which album? Look at his lame self. He know Drake more than he know Kendrick. Boo.
I mean, it's either Pimp or Damn. I'm gonna go Pimp a Butterfly.
It's Pimp a Butterfly. That was correct. Okay, he's good so far. He's good. All right. Question number 5. Which funk legend hooked up with Kendrick to record on To Pimp a Butterfly, but never got round to actually performing in the studio?
My guess is Thundercat, but what are the options?
Okay, the options are Prince, George Clinton, Maceo, I'm probably saying that wrong, Parker, or Maceo Parker, I don't know, Bootsy Collins.
Ooh, I don't know if Bootsy up in there.
I don't know any of these options. I mean, I know some of these people. I know Prince. That's it. I don't know why I said some.
Who was the second option?
The second option was George Clinton.
Let's go Bootsy Collins.
All right, Bootsy Collins. It was incorrect. It was Prince. Prince never got around to getting in that studio, but apparently hooked up with him to. Yeah. Listen,
Prince was alive.
I don't know. All right, what was Kendrick's first ever mixtape?
Section 80. Wait. What's the options?
All right, the options are Training Day, No Sleep Till NYC, YHNIC. In parentheses, it says Hub City Threat, Minor of the Year, and then C4.
Crap. I don't know. I guess I'd never heard Kendrick's first mixtape.
Neither have I.
What were the last two options?
The last two options, it was an acronym. It says YHO, Young Head Nigga in Charge, probably what that stands for. In parentheses, it says Hub City Threat, Minor of the Year. And then the last option is C4. Just C4 with a capital C.
Oh, crap. I had no idea. I'm going to go with the third because it sounded like some bullshit Kendrick would have came out with.
And it was Young Head Nigga in Charge. If that's young, I don't even know what that is. All right. What's question number 7? What song did Kendrick announce his return in 2017?
What are the options?
All right. You have The Heart Part 4, Humble, Lust, and Pride.
I think it's The Heart Part 4, but Humble was like a banger, and that's when we didn't even know Damn was coming out. Yeah, I'm gonna go with The Heart Part 4.
All right, Heart Part 4. Let's see. Dang, he's good. It was correct. He's actually pretty good at this. All right, how many million streams did Damn receive in its first week of release?
Shoot, I don't know. Streams or albums? Like
streams. No, streams.
Oh crap! I don't know how many. So
I'm gonna give you the options. I don't know if it'll help at all because it wouldn't help me. 280 million, 220 million, 450 million, or 340 million.
340.
A lot of confidence there. Let's see. Damn, that was correct. Are you Googling this?
No.
All right. Which ex-NWA member appears on Good Kid, Mad City?
Appears on Good Kid, Mad City. Dre.
All right. Ding, ding, ding. Correct. All right, last question. Bring it all home with this one. Which Kendrick album won Album of the Year at BET's Hip Hop Awards?
BET's Hip Hop Awards. That's how they try to get you. I'm going Damn.
Damn's not an option.
Wait. What are the options?
Section 80, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, Untitled, Unmastered.
Ugh. So it's either 2 or 3. That BET Hip Hop Awards, how they get you. You know goddamn good and well I don't watch no BET. Let's go with Good Kid. Good Kid.
I can't with this guy. He's funny. That's correct. All right, your results, 8 out of 10. Damn, he's nice. I thought I was going to stump you for real, for real. Like, if I'm being honest, I definitely thought you were going to not do good on that. I totally discredited you.
About other people.
That he surprised me. Let me move on, because I'm stuck. I don't have no fresh off the pot, because I always do the joint last minute, so I got no viewer mail for you. Okay, let me talk about, we talked about a hacker. Or not even a hacker. What's the status getting banned? And somebody say, "Oh my god, he got banned for hacking." Boo hoo. That's the only thing I got, and I didn't even have the person's username. Do you have a gun line, Elbow? Anybody going to the gun line this week?
I haven't. You know what? This is me slacking, and you got to blame me here. I'm sorry, fans. I haven't even really been looking. I will tell you who I know is going to get arrested.
Don't say BBL Drizzy.
No, I was going to say the people who shot up his house.
Oh. I would say, yeah, BBL Drizzy told you on the Hard Part 6, I promise you I didn't touch nobody. I would be in jail by now. Then you see what happened? That's what he said. I'm too famous to go to jail or something.
Get out of here.
That was his defense. It was hilarious. I'm way too famous. I promise you I'd be in jail by now. All right, I mean.
That's the statement out of all these diss tracks. I'm too famous to be a person. Get out of here, yo.
That is the funniest thing ever. I'm too famous to be doing that. Yo, what if Michael Jackson said that shit? I'm too famous for that.
Michael Jackson was probably the most famous person in the world. He was a diddler. Why the hell can't Drake be?
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it so funny. R.I.P. the King. He's forgiven of his sins right now. At least by me. He's forgiven. He did. Death is
I don't know about
forgiveness. No? You're not forgiven?
God. Into his tracks.
Fair enough. What about well, R. Kelly's still alive. I can't think of anybody else that's dead right now. Hitler's not forgiven because he killed too many people or was responsible for too many deaths. So Hitler's not forgiven. He can't be forgiven. So your death's not the ultimate forgiveness. Genghis Khan, he's not forgiven. He killed a lot of people. That's not forgiveness at
all. We kill a bunch of serial killers. That's not forgiving them. That's just punishing them.
Interesting. You're right. Because I was getting that from I used to listen to DJ Academics back in the day. And he was talking about the war on Chirac, and like everybody was like, "Oh, I'm smoking on this pack. I'm smoking on this pack." And it's like, yo, if they're dead, like let that go. It's over now. But I guess not.
It's how you make people upset. They just want to make people upset.
Yeah, I mean, they also draw on because some people shoot music videos at their dead ops gravesite. Like, come on, disrespectful.
Shot. That dude got his daughter killed for doing it.
See, yeah. So you better stop with that. And you said killed, not even shot. I mean, that's still worse. I mean, it's still bad regardless, killed or shot. Yeah.
So he was in a McDonald's drive-thru, and they saw him, and they start shooting at him. They didn't know his daughter was in the back seat.
Oh, I remember that story because I think DJ Academic talked about that too. Yeah.
He did.
Crazy stuff. That's the only reason where I got that from was about because DJ Academics. I don't know what he does now. I know he got the braids, so now he feeling himself. He got the hair, now he feeling himself. He no longer bald, so now he guess he's on stream on Henny all the time. Shout out to DJ Academics. People don't like you right now, but that's okay.
To be fair, he's been doing that for like 7 years.
Yeah, keeping it consistent. But he got his money now. I saw him on DJ Vlad or something of that nature, an interview, because you really don't see him usually on the videos I watch. I never watch his podcast, but on his little clips. Yeah, sorry. I mean, he don't watch mine, so it's okay. And he had on his little chain. Oh, you sneezed. I let you laugh. He had on his chain, so I'm like, damn, he filmed himself now. He got his like rapper chain on and everything. I feel you, bro. You've been doing it for long enough. You allowed to do that. You've outlasted those rappers you had beef with, which was Freddie Gibbs and something Glizzy, Shy Glizzy. He probably had beef with other people too. Yeah.
Lil Baby, a bunch of people.
Wait, he had beef with Lil Baby? He interviewed Lil Baby.
I mean, he had beef with a bunch of people he interviewed.
Oh, yeah, you know what? He probably also interviewed Shy Glizzy, too. Because once you outlive him, it's like, well, damn, I might as well interview you because what was we beefing for? Like, I'm making money, you making money now. All right, topic number 4, last topic of the day. What have you seen inside of someone's home that made you view them differently?
Well, I came to your house a couple of weeks ago, and I saw you inside of there, and I forgot how ugly you were because I hadn't seen you in a while. So, yeah, that made me view you differently, a lot differently.
That makes sense. I see myself in the mirror and I'm like, ooh, that's nasty. Now, I've been inside of people's homes and I saw a dog peeing just on the wall, like not even on the paper. I mean, first of all, peeing on the paper is already just, I don't like that. But yeah, seeing the dog just defecate and use the bathroom in the like living room area, not okay with me. That was just crazy. Take the damn dog outside. Take the dog outside.
I went to my one friend house, and his Xbox 360 was unplayable because it would overheat too much. So what he would do is get a towel, run it under a sink, wring it out, lay it on top of his Xbox, and it will work for a couple hours.
It's not too bad. Not too bad.
I'm like, we're resourceful. If I'm ever stuck out in the woods at like a zombie apocalypse, I want him with me.
Well, that's our show, folks. As always, if you want to hear your topic on the show, make sure you follow us on all those social medias. Use hashtag TNT, and we will see you same time. I said we'll see you next week. Same black time.
Same black channel. We out.
Nigga,
That's like
bow.
the third week in a row. The outro.